Hello, good evening and welcome to the State Hockey Centre here at Jeps Cross. My name's Dave Webb. You're joining us for this third PL Friday Night Live, tonight between the Grange Royals Sea Eagles and the Woodville Peckers. Joining me tonight on commentary will be Mark Victory, the brother of the Woodville coach, Craig Victory, I believe. Both teams unfortunately have got off to a losing start this season. Doesn't mean we're not going to see some good hockey. I know that some injuries are causing problems for the Grange Royals. They also have a couple of under-18s away with the state under-18s team. I haven't managed to speak to the Woodville coach tonight as he is warming up behind us. He will be playing tonight. As I said, Mark will be joining us on commentary. Your thoughts about tonight's game, Mark?
Yeah, it should be an exciting contest. So both sides have got quite quick strikers. So yeah, looking to see some goals scored. So it should be good.
I was talking to Mark just before we came live, and Mark was letting me know that his brother is playing tonight. He's the number 8 playing for Woodville. He's wearing a big number on his back to make sure that we know who he is. And Mark says that he's probably one of the best players on their team. I think he's trying to get to the top of his brother's Christmas card list nice and early on in the year. But that's absolutely lovely. Watching both the teams warm up, as you picked out anything tonight, any players to watch other than your brother?
From both sides. So from Woodville's perspective, I'd say probably Michael Bosley would be one to watch, and Nathaniel Woodward. From the Grange perspective, I'd be looking to see Cameron White do a little bit of damage. So yeah.
Cameron White just coming back from injury. I think we were both very impressed by both our Jedi skills there, just completely ignoring the ball as it came towards us. I'm sure that some of the boys behind me will be looking to hit us as we do this. We'll leave you now. We'll go to a break. Join us very shortly for commentary.
See Premier League hockey in real time.
In real time.
In real time.
Good receive there by Simon Weld.
And in front of the goal mouth.
Every goal.
Every goal. Every goal.
The ball, penetrating run, open circle, 1-2 play.
Every save.
Every save.
James Minton has the opportunity. Great save.
Get straight into the circle, off a stick, and well saved by Amy Hammond.
Every tackle. Every tackle.
Gets the attack into the circle. Nice tackle there.
Live.
Right here on Hockey SA.
Right here on Hockey SA.
Runs with pace. To battery 2. Looks for a quick shot off the back post.
Net 25 here.
Get around it.
Get around it. Get around it.
So we are back with you as the teams are warming up. Grange just going through their warm-ups as we can see. Tonight I am joined in commentary with Mark Victory. Mark has played for Port Adelaide in the Premier League. 5-time Premiership player. Was a state junior, and he is the state hotshot representative, assistant coach to his brother Craig of the winning 2011 SA Suns in the Australian Hockey League. And he now co-coaches the Hotshots, so he has done for the past 3 AHL seasons. He's coached the Port Premier League men's side for the past 9 years, and he's won the Premiership in 2012. So it's an absolute pleasure to have him with us. Good evening, Mark. How are you?
Good evening. Well, thanks, David. Looking forward to this contest tonight.
It's been a wonderful lead up to tonight. Weather was a little bit off the last couple of days. We had some rain over the last couple of days. It looks like it's going to hold off tonight.
Yeah.
Looks like we'll get through it, and it should be good. Just looking at the time, we're probably about 20 odd seconds away from the teams coming together. But as usual, we are live on Facebook. If you are with us, make sure that you let us know where you are in the world, whether you are in Australia, South Australia, or even overseas. We've had a couple of people overseas. I think Bristol was the furthest away we managed to find. We've got a nice new big TV in front of us at the moment, and I think Mark's going to be watching most of the hockey through the TV tonight.
Sure am.
Which will be great for Mark. He'll get to see the close-ups and keep me informed as to what's going on.
Happy to do that.
Well, we are really looking forward to it as the siren goes, and we are looking to get ready to set off on this third PL Friday night. The Woodville Woodpeckers will be wearing the green and yellow tops, and the Grange Royals will be in the maroon and white. We are looking forward to a great night of hockey as the countdown clock moves away. We will find out who your umpires are for this evening. I'm not sure who they are at the moment. I know one of them is
help you out. So
one of them is Paul Finney. I know Paul Finney,
and the other gentleman would be Nathan Jennings. So they're both very experienced umpires.
Excellent.
So. Just a bit of a shout out while you're arranging Facebook there, Dave. So I know the Port Adelaide boys are all gathered around at the captain's house tonight. So I expect that they'll be sending through a few barbs on the Facebook. So.
I hope so. Now the Port Adelaide boys, I watched. If you've seen the pre-game video that we have, Port Adelaide have said that they have one of the most vocal supporter groups in the league. Is that correct?
We like to think so, yeah. So
so we look forward to actually seeing you live on a Friday night and bringing that cheer squad with you.
Yes, we'll make sure they turn up.
Bring the house down. So we have got some people talking to us already. Alistair Keogh says the Packers are out. Paxton Silby saying go Grange. I think Paxton's
away with the 18s at the moment.
Is he a Grange player?
He sure is.
Yeah, I recognise the name. I think he played the first time round. Obviously, I've seen the Grange Royals on a Friday night already.
Yes, they were very impressive a couple of weeks ago against North East. So.
But it looks like the players are about to go into the technicals, so they will be getting ready to go. We haven't had a coin toss yet, so there is the number 8, your brother there.
That's him. Yeah, you can't miss that number, that's for sure.
With sporting the Alice band.
Yes, he's out of the two of us, he's certainly been blessed with the hair and probably the good looks. But
I do notice the hairstyles because, like yourself, I am rather follically challenged.
It's overrated.
So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't take me very long to sort my hair out in the morning.
I comb mine with a flannel tee.
Quite nice.
So
Belinda Adams saying go Sea Eagles. Jackson Deloro taking an early lead in the Where Are You competition. He's in West Beach in South Australia. So not too far away, but
just
at least he's thrown his hat in the ring.
Yes, famous hockey name, the Deloros. His father Mark, coaching Seacliff.
So yes, this PL Friday Night Lives are brought to you by Hockey SA, powered by Space Quake Sports. Every Friday, every goal, every tackle, every save. Get around it. Make sure you're watching on Facebook. Let us know where you are. Sandy Pisani saying go Woodville Warriors. So you have your nickname is Cheney.
Cheney, yes.
Where's that from?
It probably stems from my tackling technique, Dave. So it was a little bit agricultural back in the day. So if you're a bit brutal, you'd give him an axe. Would be the terminology. So you can imagine how bad I was if it was give him a chainsaw.
So you were better than the axe. More efficient,
or worse.
More efficient than an axe.
Yes. Hello to Gary Belder if you're out there. He probably gave me the record number of yellow cards in my career. So.
Just looking at our team sheets, I can't see down on the bench, but it looks like Woodville might be very close to a bare 11. I'm not sure whether they've got anything on the bench, but
yeah, it looks like they've got two there, Dave. So
they got two on the bench.
Andrew Portion, Liam Smythe starting on the bench.
It's still going to be a long night for them, isn't it? With only two on the bench.
Yep, and they've got a couple of 20-minute players as well. So
then again, it looks like Grange aren't faring too much better on the reserve side of things.
No.
So obviously the injuries and the under-18s going away. I knew the under-18s going away would have an impact on all sides within the Premier League, but obviously we're seeing that as we are. So there's going to be some running for these boys and girls out there tonight.
Yep.
So as we start off with Daniel Panner with the overhead flick early into that, if Brody can get hold of that, which he managed to, but shoots wide.
So we start. We will look to see Daniel Penner do that quite often, I think. Use the overhead.
Very, very quick start. Grange will be attacking the northern goals away to the left of your screen. Grange Royals attacking to the right-hand side of your screen in the southern goals. There is young Brody. Spent a long time with Brody on Friday as we did the Seek games. And Brody's taught me everything I know about hockey, so not a lot.
It's his fault, yeah.
Yes. So Grange have started early with the possession. Unfortunately, just couldn't bring that under control, and we go for another 16-yard hit. Cameron Bruce Lloyd says, is this at the Pines? I think this is colloquially known as the Pines.
The State Hockey Centre.
I will refer to it as the State Hockey Centre, but yes, it's colloquially known as the Pines. We are here tonight. Come on down, Cameron. It would be lovely to see you here. The girls are playing after this one, so plenty of hockey tonight. Make sure you get yourself something to eat at the Pines Cafe, which has got, without a doubt, the greatest chips in South Australia. So we just move down that right-hand side, and Woodville will bring that ball back in.
So Woodville in the back three at the moment. So I know that Craig's been doing a lot of work with those guys on their ball speed and their outletting. Ooh, unlucky not to make more of that opportunity there. Speak of the devil.
So will they hold as a back three, or will they leave that sweeper alone, do you think?
Well,
or
it'll be
will
interesting to see as the game
will
goes
they
on at the moment.
will they use them as wing backs? Is that a thing in hockey?
Yes,
as overlapping runners?
Yes, we play a similar structure to what you might be referring to in soccer. So the guys on the outside like to get up the line quickly.
So Ben Edwards in that defensive sweeper position, again keeping the tradition of an older gentleman playing in the sweeper position.
That's right, yes.
Obviously someone with good hockey IQ. As Daniel Penner intercepts and just moves it out to the left-hand side. Good reverse pass to Brody. Takes control of it and reverse passes, and that could work to his favour as
Josh Whittaker.
Josh Whittaker starts his way through.
He probably will.
It certainly gave him a long run. Don't have Josh Whittaker on my sheet, so all his background is going to have to come from you, I'm afraid, Tony.
That's all right.
So have you had a lot of dealings with these players?
Quite a few on both sides through the AHL program. So yeah, there is quite a little bit of talent out there.
It's certainly looking
None
that
more
way.
so than the guy over the ball at the moment. So Cameron White, that was a good tackle there.
So Cameron's coming back from injury. He injured his back in the Sassy Gym, I believe.
Yes, I believe so.
Warming up, he hurt his back, and we'll put him out for. If this is his first week back, it's put him out for 3 games of hockey.
I think that's correct. Yes.
So that's a shame for Cameron.
Yep. Every AHL campaign, I keep threatening with Cameron that I'm going to rip his arms off and take him to the beach and do a bit of damage myself. But
okay, so good 3D skills there from that young man. And I don't know whether they've changed their shirts on me. Have we got his number 7 for Grange?
Currently it's Will Abbott, but
Will Abbott. Woodville just get that free hit from hitting the foot as that ball goes inside. Good trap. He's going to look for another player in there. He can't find anybody as Grange managed to settle down and try and find an outlet pass. Very good pressure from Woodville though, earning the free hit.
It's Nathaniel Woodward there.
So that's Nathaniel Woodward. And Nathaniel played in the Sikh Games over the weekend, so he played some hockey last weekend. 2 Woodville players did. Their captain did, and this young man played as well, so there was no rest for them. There's Cameron White with good skills. He's found a free hit as well there. And Daniel Penner will look to move that into the middle.
Grange will try and look to do that a lot, I think, so shift the ball laterally.
That's an excellent trap. He's managed to get back. Tomahawk, great save. Really good save as Nathaniel tries to come out of it. But it's all crowded in there. And a groan comes up from the crowd just to my left as they were unable to make that trap.
Yeah.
So Joshua Kennewell, who is the captain for Woodville, also played at the weekend. He's played in the state team both indoor and outdoor level and been in the league for 12 years. Joshua, so
very experienced campaigner.
So Cameron Bruce is watching hockey on the computer, NRL on the phone, and AFL on the TV. He's got it all covered. There is Super Rugby on as well, Cameron. If you can find the Super Rugby, that'd be great. And Cheney would like to know what the scores are, if you can keep him updated on the Port Adelaide score.
Yes, please.
Poor man is not able to keep up with his beloved Port. As good circle entry, a good shot on goal, and unfortunately just wide.
So Woodville, I'm not sure if he's debuting for them tonight, but they've got a new goalkeeper in the net.
Well, I don't have any information on the goalkeeper. If you have Do you know?
I only get it from my current housemate that I'm living with at the moment.
Oh, your housemate. Your housemate is your brother at the
That's
moment, isn't
correct.
he?
Yes, it is.
So that must be nice. Back to the good old days.
Good old days, yes.
All you need to do now is move the parents in, set a curfew, as Penna looks to take control and turns him inside out in that midfield, and now just wanders slowly. Had the advantage, so he wanted the free hit. Good
Tackle
work
there from Christian Underwood.
Good work into the circle and a good tackle. So you'll have to bear with me tonight. The names that I have on my sheet in front of me don't match the numbers on the field, so I'm going to rely on Cheney quite a lot, I think, tonight, and those that I recognise. As Grange start to work down that right-hand side, another circle entry. He's looking for his runners. Cam White is there and thereabouts, but Woodville managed to clear that danger. And that's a good outlet pass onto this right-hand side.
So that's Cody Longo, so he's got some leg speed as well.
So Longo has just managed to go past Penner. He's got the free hit, and they'll have a free hit just outside the circle.
Umpire Finney stamping his authority.
It will. Oh, he's having a chat with Penner. I think Mr. Penner may have strongly disagreed with Finney. Mr. Finney? The keeper is Joseph. He's a Northern Territory State keeper and previous under-18s.
That's correct, yes.
So, thank you very much to Grayson. So it's a good trap, and the overhead flick from Penner is, and that's worked out very, very well. He's managed to get behind the defence, and his control just let him down, and Woodville can again look for that outlet. Woodville have managed to clear that danger. Liam Rippon, 16-year-old from Adelaide. Represented Prince Alfred College at the National Championships in rowing.
Oh, there you go.
So that's a sport I wouldn't like to compete in. Good overhead flick. There's a good deep striker
goal.
if he can control it. He does control it. I don't think that was on purpose, but it would have worked very well. Just went wide.
Yep. So it's Liam Smythe making good space in the circle up there. So Woodville getting some good stretch.
Certainly are. They utilised that high striker really well there. And if his control had been a little bit better, we certainly could have had a goal-scoring opportunity. As Grange start to move into that midfield now. Matt Broughton, the South African native, who's come over to play for Grange. Another free hit there as Matt Broughton comes away with it. Good speed, excellent stick work. He's looking to get into that circle entry. Good reverse pass. Good tackle. Unfortunately, he's come off the back of his stick. Good pass. Another pass. Goal. So there is our first goal of the night. Brody very unselfishly. Brody Gleeson not going for goal there and looking to pass back.
Unusual. You're probably within your rights there to shoot from that position.
Certainly would have been, but very unselfish there. We'll bring in the goal scorer as soon as we get him. So it's Liam Rippon, the 16-year-old, with the first goal of tonight, with Grange going 1-0 up. So Woodville now will just look to settle things down a little bit. They've been caught on the break a couple of times. That's excellent skills from the captain there, Josh Kennewell. So he keeps control of that and looks to get it in the circle, let it into the danger, and he's looked for the tomahawk, just couldn't finish it because our the sweeper was doing his job there. Ben Edwards looked to get that tomahawk in, but Ben Edwards managed to get a stick in the way. It's still in there. The longer it stays in, the more likely we are to see a short corner, but foot from a Woodville player leads to a free hit, and Penner will look to bring it out from here. And again, they just moved to that outlet pass on the left-hand side, which has been a theme of the opening minutes.
Has been, yeah, you're right. So just on Josh Kennewell, so it looks like he's playing through a different line than what he's been accustomed to previously. He's been known as a little bit of an outside defender, a wide back, but it looks like he's playing through the attacking midfield a little bit more. So it's obviously relishing new challenges. It's a lovely bit of elimination there. Nemo.
So Edwards again, just managing to be in the right place at the right time. That's excellent work. I think that's Cameron White there, and as Broughton moves on, just brings it back to White, who looks central to Brody, who manages to I should stop calling him Brody and call him Gleeson. Try and be a little bit professional about this. So Gleeson takes it on the back. Good turn into the circle. He's going to look for a tomahawk. He does across the face of goal and wide. Maybe that's why he passes in front of goal.
You might be right there.
Paxton Silby says Leon Rippon, unreal bit of skill, best goal of 2017.
There you go.
It's a big call.
Big call, but that's
throwing
all
his
right.
hat in early. We have Narracourt, people watching in Narracourt. Hello, Brett Rumble. We also have Port Lincoln. Belinda Henderson is watching from Port Lincoln. Good to have you with us. Penner works hard to get that. And unfortunately gets beaten to it.
So he'll turn the burners on.
He has a runner if he can find him. Just tried to overcomplicate that, really. He had the runner there and he could have found him, but looks like White is going to work on that box to box. Brody with Gleeson with a great turn. He now needs to find the pass into the middle. He's found the pass, unfortunately. It's just behind his supporting player, who's turned him inside out. That's really, really good. Good save. And we have our first short corner of the night. So as we get our first real breather of the night, really, it's been back and forward, hasn't it?
Certainly a lot of counter-attack.
Certainly not
both
stopped.
ways.
So it's our first short corner of the night. Looks like Woodville are going to set up as a 3-1. A 3-1 defensive formation. As Grange are taking the time, probably just sucking in the big ones.
They will. We'll have a look at the Daniel Penner, normally quite good at executing on the penalty corner, so he's a bit of a specialist.
So Cameron White will be...
He'll inject it, yeah.
Will be injecting. I think we have... It's a
second
good
bracket.
trap, and there's the drag
Brody.
flick. There's a stick in front, and there is a goal.
Followed up.
There's our second goal. Good follow-up.
Will Abbott.
So Will Abbott, young Will Abbott, with the follow-up, scoring that second goal. Should we have our first interchanges of the night as Gleeson and White make way for Harry Pryder is one of them. I don't know who the other one. Harry Pryder is another 16-year-old. Certainly some youth in this league at the moment. Grange have a long corner. Luca Lucas is watching from Melbourne. Just an intercept there, and again, I don't have details for this young man. That's an excellent intercept from Harry Pryder, putting it all on the line. Unfortunately, just couldn't get control of that, just didn't get the trap right, so Grange will have another chance to build as they go back to Edwards. Look for his runner on the right. If looks could kill.
It was a good press there from Woodville, just constricting Grange back to the sideline there, not allowing them to transfer the ball.
They're certainly putting pressure on that overhead flick into the danger area, but unfortunately the defender was already there, so the free hit to Grange Royals. So Sam Davis has let us know that Will Albert, not only can he play a bit of hockey, he's also very good at stickball.
Stickball, right.
And he can do a fair bit of maths, apparently. So that's impressive. It's a big tackle. The umpires let him play on. There was no sticks. It was just good old body to body. So it looked like a trip to me, but again, umpires put his whistle away. Obviously hasn't got many whistles left on that piece, so he's not using it tonight. As Woodville can look to build again. That's an excellent intercept by Penner, and they're 3-on-3 at the moment. He's gone with the overhead. He's asked him to run for it. Excellent 3D control by Joe Haig, 30-year-old, letting his experience show. It's terrible, isn't it, when 30 is experience and running around with 16-year-olds. As Woodville get that circle entry, good pass across. Just the trap from Canowell just wasn't there, unfortunately. And Grange can come away from it. Just squeezes that across to Penner, lays it off lovely. And Grange just slowing it down and looking to build from that back again. And as I say that, a bit of a miracle pass to nobody, really.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of bit of hopeful stuff, I guess. Woodville wouldn't be too. I mean, the scoreline's not flattering them at the moment, but they've certainly had a lot of circle entries. So they'd just be looking to maybe settle things down and earn a penalty corner or two, and give themselves an opportunity to attack Oscar Keating.
They could do with a few more circle entries. They definitely could do with some more circle entries, as Gleeson looked to start that. Another overhead flick there that will work very, very well.
Not quite 5 yards there, the Woodville defender.
There's Gleeson outside that circle, just looking to beat a player. Wasn't there. And stick tackled. So that'll be a turnover in that Woodville 23. And Woodville can start to come out. Starting to see a triangle develop between Penner and White and Gleeson. They're really the spine of that Grange Royals side.
Like to play off of each other and close
good
together.
3D control from Gleeson.
Brody.
He's just shouldered off. He's gone the tomahawk.
Oh, that's courageous
And
stuff
that's
there
an
by
excellent
Joe Haig.
save, a really good save by Haig. And go for a long corner, and
Yep.
Gleeson just asking the umpire whether there was a short corner in it, but
Any opportunity Brody gets, he loves to get under his reverse and have a bit of a tonk. So it's good strength in the circle from Woodville. Woodville have been known over the years. They've developed quite a number of good indoor players. So their tackling technique at the back, they like to get nice and low. So tend to be hard to break through there.
just a missed trap there. So just going back to that spine that Grange have, they have obviously Edwards at the back working in that sweeper role, and then Penner and Brody, and White just seems to move in and out of that wherever he wants to go, really.
Looks like he's rolling through the attacking midfield a bit, but he's a very effective striker as well. Of course, he plays quite well off of Isaac Whittaker generally when he's through this team, but his brother Josh is out there tonight as well, so quite a lethal combination.
Obviously, your brother is coaching tonight and playing tonight.
Yes, tough gig.
Does it put a lot on his plate?
It certainly would, but he's probably limiting his minutes a little bit to try and control the tempo and the substitutions from Woodville's perspective. But I'm sure he'd like to think that he's probably a bit of a burst and an impact player. So when he's out there, he'll hope to influence the game.
Just as we talked about Woodville looking to make inroads in there, they've managed another circle entry. Good kick away by the keeper.
Yes.
Oscar Keating, a 20-year-old keeper from Adelaide.
Yep.
National under-23 country squad player.
Yeah, he's a very good keeper. He was in our AHL squad last year, Oscar.
Woodville just starting to increase their pressure. He looked for the tomahawk. He just missed him, unfortunately.
That's fair enough. That's not a bad option sometimes. As Cody Longo just looked to ask some questions of the Grange defence and send the ball across.
As Edwards looks to bring it out. That's a very good ball and a good trap. Tried to turn there, but he's played on quickly. He's got an outlet pass to the left-hand side, so Grange have another circle entry, and he's managed to work his way around the back again. He's found an open player, and there is Gleeson with his first goal.
Yes.
Rather subdued celebration from Mr. Gleeson.
Was a little bit for him. Great bit of control over the baseline there by Will Abbott.
Good control, just went over the leg of the goalkeeper. But Will Abbott is really starting to cause major problems. Once he gets into that circle,
he causes some headaches. So
his
he's a
ball,
chip off the old block. His father was exactly the same. So he caused me quite a few headaches back in the day. So.
Is that why you got the cheney out?
No, I probably couldn't catch him. So. Oh, that's a searching ball.
There's a good searching ball. Will Abbott certainly is starting to put his stamp on that game, and we can probably add him to that spine. As Gleeson with a good turn, just bodied him out of the way. He now needs to try and find Abbott. He does. Good turn, good shot,
save.
Good keeping. It's still in there, and it's come off Abbott's foot, so Woodville will have the free hit.
Good scrambling defence.
Excellent interception by White, who manages to get into that circle with some great skill. Chaos ball in the middle. Still in there. Oh.
Coming out.
And Harry Pryder with the Brody there. I'll tell you the backstory behind the Brody if we get a break. But that's an excellent tackle there, and White tried to go away with it, just left it behind a little bit, but he's managed to make that circle entry and turn inside. Good turn, great tackle. Absolutely fantastic tackle there from
Christian Underwood.
Grange still keeping that pressure on. Just under 15 minutes to go as Will Abbott again starts to make in that dangerous position. But Grange have that long corner. Penner will look to restart. Just goes out wide. Just give him a little bit too much to... just pulled a little bit too much. Sorry, I'm just going to move that into the middle.
Fine. Yep, it's a good idea.
Put a bit too much on it for Callum Subbers to chase. So he went out there, but Woodville again. I think you'll probably see Woodville
staying in a 3 to outlet there. Whoops. I think Brody's just worn one then.
So the story behind the Brody, on Friday I was talking to the Hockey SA people, and I was picking up some hockey parlance, and I said, "What? Do you have a special name for it if you swing for the ball and miss?"
Let me guess.
And Brody actually said at Grange they call it a Brody.
Yeah, he threw himself under the bus.
He did throw himself under the bus, so I've now thrown him under an even bigger bus. So yeah,
that's a good ball. 2-1.
Just a little bit behind him, unfortunately. He's managed to get it under control, but not moving as forward as fast as he would want to be. Gleeson can look to work down that right hand side as he goes with one hand. That's an excellent tackle though. He's done well a couple of times, this young man.
Yes, Christian Underwood there with the
with the headgear on. So Underwood's worked well a couple of times. Brody arguing right across the width of the field. Gleeson arguing with the umpire right across the width of the field, and as a result is out of position for Grange. So that's a good turn. We have a circle entry, a shot on goal. Another good save by Keating there. Manages to get that big right foot on it and kick it away. Woodville managed to keep that on. Deflection, so Woodville will have that long corner. Woodville have managed to get good circle pressure. They just haven't managed to keep it consistent, unfortunately.
No, you're right. They're relying a little bit on the counter attack to get it up there quickly, but I'm sure they'd like to possess the ball in their own half a little bit longer.
Adam Sibic, yes, we can confirm that one of the umpires is Finney. Yes, he does have a shiny head. I'm sure he will be lovely. He will be very happy that you've pointed that out. Penner with an overhead flick, and Gleeson is going to chase that down into the left-hand side, and we now have a 3-on-1 essentially. He's got players in the middle if he can find them, and he can. And just on that back post, wasn't sure he was going to get there, but Grange pushed that lead out to 4 goals. He's worked really well. He just held on long enough. Good ball across. Thought the keeper had done enough, and unfortunately, he's just that second runner. So Matt Burton scoring.
That's his second, I think, isn't it?
Could be his second goal. Dr. Broughton, I'm being told by people to my left. I'm not sure what he's a doctor of. Doctor of Hockeynomics. So Broughton again finding Gleeson. Just couldn't trap. Underwood again just clearing things up. He's been solid at the back, Underwood.
He has, yes.
I'm sure as a good coach of hockey, you don't concentrate too much on the scoreline, and you're looking at the players and how they're playing.
That's exactly right. You can't influence what's just happened, can you? You've got to stay in the next moment.
So there is a foot in there. So second short corner of the night for the Grange Royals. So if somebody can talk me through the reasoning behind the doctor for Matt Broughton. If he's an actual doctor, that's very boring. I'm hoping it's an interesting story. Grange Royals Hockey Club is watching. The entire club will be watching. That's nice.
Well,
they
that's
said
good.
nice goal, Matt.
Record viewers tonight then.
We have 118, 120 viewers at the moment. That doesn't
Fantastic.
necessarily mean it's 120 people.
No, be a lot more
there'll
than that.
be-
I know that there's probably 15 parked around one screen somewhere.
So another big shout out to the Port Adelaide Hockey Club, dropping it like every chance he gets.
Yep.
So good trap from Broughton. The hit there. Bring back the hit is a thing we heard. There's a lot
Yeah,
of drag
that's right.
flicking,
There's-
but
no.
nice to see a hit from a short corner.
Daniel Penner is a very effective hit, probably on the both on the four-stick and the reverse. So he's been known to take him off the penalty corner battery. And
Good move. Gleason's been left alone.
that's a great
Gleason
save.
was left alone there.
Yeah,
Went back.
great save. Look, it was actually
Really
going
good
right on the
save. It was
sideboard.
travelling really fast, wasn't it? So do you know anything about Joseph Baronio?
I know that he's come down from the Northern Territory, so I believe that he's got quite a little bit of ability. This is the first time I've actually seen him in the flesh, so
So it's always hard to tell with goalkeepers, but he looks like a young lad.
he does. He does.
Woodville again have managed to do it. Gleason again, standing with his hands on his hips and his hand in the air.
Michael Bosley over the ball now.
Oh, that's unlucky. That's nearly worked out as a good ball, but Grange managed. So Paxton Silby tells me he's actually a doctor.
He is. Well, fantastic.
Well, that's just... Oh, the third time of asking, he managed to get it under control.
There you go, Woodville just looking to build the ball up a little bit more now.
Good overhead flick, good trap out the sky there by Summers. He'll go backwards to start again. Another missed trap. Just the close control's letting people down, unfortunately, at the moment.
Yeah,
Might be getting
that
a-
one before he got it.
Might be getting a little bit tired as we work towards red time in the first half. I'm assuming as well that some of the under-18s over in Tasmania will be watching this.
I think so,
So,
judging by some of the commentary that's coming up.
Hello to the under-18s over there in Tasmania. Best of luck from all of us here at Spacequake Sports and of obviously Hockey SA. As Gleason again manages to get onto that backstick side. Another good save by Baroni.
Yeah, just tucking that one over the baseline.
Wasn't much power on it. Probably went a little bit overcomplicated, I think.
He could
See
have.
what he was trying to do. I think he
Yeah, he's,
knew the cameras were on him,
that's
I think.
right. He's all about the show. No
All of that was one for the cameras. Good intercept eventually by Whittaker, Josh Whittaker. Goes on out to that right-hand side with Gleason. He just manages
He's got
to
some leg speed.
work around the outside, pull it back. There's nobody there, but Penner can pick it up. If he gets his space, he can
Good tackle.
see what he was wanting to do. He wanted to open up onto that reverse stick side. Penner's still available though. It's whether he can find a pass now. Good intercept there. As Whittaker will look to just take control and slow down.
Yeah, Woodville just defending a little bit deeper now, so
Edwards just pushes it out to the right back.
you see the Woodville coach asking for a little bit more urgency from his players. Probably after the ball goes past, there's a little bit more pressure from a reverse press.
Probably do need a little bit more urgency, but 5 minutes to go.
Yep.
I would imagine that Craig Victory would be waiting for that siren so he can get his boys in and
Yeah, probably just reorganise.
settle them down and reorganise. So that number 20, the right back, I don't know who wrote this, but it looks like it's Jordan Rhino.
Jordan Rind. No, it's
But it
Rind,
does look
I
like
think.
Rhino,
Yeah.
and in fairness to the man, and I don't mean this in any way disparagingly, Rhino does fit very well with him.
Well,
So I will now, from now on, refer to him as Rhino.
right. He does a little bit of umpiring as well, Jordan. He's
Does he?
he's quite good with the whistle.
So we got our chance to say it. Rhino will start us off with this free hit, and he just comes all the way back to Penner. And And you think that Grange Royals will just be happy to hear the hooter themselves now. I can't imagine they're going to do anything.
They may, but that's the beauty of hockey these days, though, David. I mean, it's such a fast game that even 4-0, wouldn't take too much. Woodville have had enough opportunities up the other end, so they've just got to convert a couple, and the whole momentum can change.
It is an incredibly fast game, and that's why we enjoy it. That's why we like watching it. Don't forget PL Fridays live. Every goal, every save, every tackle.
That's right.
Every PL Friday live. They did have a little thing underneath, a little hashtag for me to say, and they've taken it away. I think it was get around it. I think that's the hashtag. If you're watching, use the on Facebook, use the hashtag get around it. We'd love to hear from you.
Hashtag PL Fridays.
Hashtag PL Fridays.
There you go. Oh, there we are. They were on the big screen.
Oh, we're on the screen, down in the corner. Hashtag PL Fridays.
Will Abbott again causing some headaches for Woodville along the baseline, 3D skill and speed.
Those 3D skills are quite incredible. I actually went out and had my first hockey training session since I was in high school on Wednesday night. And,
how did you go? Anyone try and recruit you? Or
well, all I can say is that my 2D skills aren't very good. Now that could work out as Abbott manages to get... Oh, and Abbott pulls a Brody and just looks to pull it back inside. A good tackle there, and Woodville will just manage to clear. Well, we found something. Finney's found something. Yes. So there's a green card for somebody.
Not sure, looks like...
Yes, Woodward.
Yeah, he's incurred the wrath of Paul Finney about something. Must have missed that.
So Nathaniel did play in the Sikh games.
Yes, my brother tells me he's very fit.
He played very, very well at the weekend, so it was good to see him play. I did come up with a nickname for him as well, if you're interested.
No, let's hear it.
I've gone for the equaliser.
Right, Edward Woodward.
Edward Woodward. So I've gone for the equaliser for Nathaniel. As Penner now works into that baseline, and they managed to find a short corner out of that. So about 2.5 minutes to go. Clock was stopped by Finney when he gave that green card, and I'm sure he didn't give the green card just because he was bored. But thank you for your input, Greg.
Greg Beckman, right.
One would never suggest that the umpires are also aware that the cameras are on. So. It did look like a very brand new green card. I wonder whether he went out and got some new ones for TV.
It's quite possible, isn't
it? Richard Hancock with hashtag Grange.
Right. Well, Richard's away with the under-18s as well.
There's Penner with the drag flick. He's managed to found White. Just couldn't finish, but managed to get a deflection. And again, Underwood has managed to put himself in the right place at the right time. We will certainly shout out for the under-18s all over again, Sam. We did shout out before, but we are pleased to have you with us. Best of luck for the tournament. Not sure what the weather is like down there in Hobart at the moment, but I imagine it's pretty chilly.
Yep. Lovely spot, Hobart.
Not been to Tasmania. It's the Northern Territory, Tasmania are the only two states or territories I haven't been to yet.
Right? So they're quite extreme as far as temperature goes in the Northern Territory and Tasmania, that's for sure.
Gleeson again manages to get on that tomahawk, and he goes high, wide, and not very handsome as it clears the fence
field
and
goal
goes on to
conversion,
the.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that's out towards Woolworths, that one.
So it should really be a 32-yard hit out because it was that bad.
That's not a bad call.
Did it with them twice. Claire Simon, good to have you with us. She says, "Go Packers." Woodville have it must be said, is a rare foray into the Grange half. They haven't been in there for a while.
Yes.
Grange just managed to settle down and come away again. Whittaker looking out right to Penner. Penner looking down the right-hand line to Gleeson, who manages to pick that up. Turns back inside. He's got a crossfield ball if he can find it, which he does to White. It's a great ball. White, the ever-dangerous White, still manages to keep hold of it. Excellent work on the tomahawk.
Another good save.
Excellent save. He started to grow into it as Baronio. I think he might have had a few nerves.
Yep.
beginning of the night, but he's certainly grown into it. Good left foot save. Just pushing that away. So a free hit there as we go into half time. So we go into half time. Grange Royals Sea Eagles 4, Woodville Woodpeckers 0. Certainly wouldn't be too downhearted if I was Craig Victory.
No, I wouldn't think so. I mean, you'd probably be disappointed with a couple of the defensive efforts, but you know, it's probably just need to tighten up at the back, and as they go forward, get a little bit more out of their strikers in the circle.
And one would have to say as well that if you were Mark Deadman, you would. It's not dangerous because your team's 4-0 up, but you certainly don't want complacency to come in.
No, exactly. That's
certainly
the
don't want
danger,
complacency to come in from a good first half of hockey.
No, and Mark's a
It
very
looks like Mark's
experienced
about
coach.
to have a chat with Paul Finney about something.
Yep.
So, coaches and umpires conversations. I would always love to be a fly on the wall of that.
I'll try and stay out of those. We let the captain do that these days.
So as they go into the half-time break, we will leave you very shortly for a break. But absolutely fantastic first half of hockey. We look forward to having you back very, very shortly.
To become brothers. You know, it's what winter's about, is going out and putting on your club colours and having fun with, I guess, your winter friends.
They took me on when I came over new to Adelaide. Didn't know many people, so yeah, to me they've become more like a family than anything.
It means a lot actually. It's a lot of good fun. They're a great family, and just you definitely know when the season's over and you miss them.
I travel from York Peninsula every training and on weekends to play. It takes 2 hours to get here, so back and forth. And I keep coming because I love it. I love playing for the club. I love the team.
Forestfield is my escape from the stressful things in life, and I also get to have fun at the same time with heaps of mates too.
The Zulus are my family, my best friends, and lining up beside them every week means the world to me.
So what Forestfield does well as a club is that they have the highest participation in hook into hockey in South Australia, and we run holiday programs, so our Premier League men and women take those holiday programs for the juniors.
Foster our juniors, they come up through the ranks, they get opportunities to play, umpire, coach, and they develop into fantastic role models and human beings as well as hockey players.
A lot of our Premier League boys and our senior players actually coach in our junior teams and through the state as well. I think that's why we've got the best juniors coming through, and that's why we've got success at the Secret Hockey Club.
A lot of volunteering with SAPSARs and zone champs and all that.
So now that we've brought back juniors, we've got a number of teams. It's really re-energised the club and brought the club back to a happy place to be around.
It's like good to see other cultures out as well, and like really include them in activities and trainings, and always just asking them to come out and play because that's what we're all about.
And it's not necessarily all about winning, it's about participation and enjoyment and making sure the kids come through and keep playing hockey. Play for Adelaide Uni, it means everything.
I think in terms of the club, we support each other really well. We always seem to have like the biggest crowd out on game day, and they're really vocal, which is a big benefit as a player. And I think it sort of gives us a homegrown advantage when everyone comes out and gets around us.
I've been at Grange since I was 3 years old, and to be honest, we're not going anywhere.
So I've been a part of the Premier League Women's team for 6 years now, and I've been fortunate enough to be a part of the past 5 grand final premiership wins, which was all in a row.
I think we've been in the grand final about 7 times as well. Haven't won them all, unfortunately, but yeah, to get there so many times has been fairly impressive in its own right.
I think at Port we drive such a tough culture and a resilient culture, which has allowed us to just work hard and just push through any adversity or any challenges that came towards us.
Pretty positive this year. I think we're going to do quite well. We've got a new sort of mindset, new belief system, so I think the girls have got it this year.
And welcome back to the State Hockey Centre here at Depps Cross, colloquially known as the Pines. I like the Pines. There's not many pine trees around here, but
No, well, there's a few in the entrance, I think. But,
oh, is that where it comes from?
Yep.
Didn't think pine trees was a big thing in South Australia, to be honest. But
No. More gum trees these days. But, yeah.
well, just to let you know some things that are coming up, some dates for your diary. The state team trials, the under-13 boys and girls, the Masters men and the Masters women. Head to the Hockey SA website for more information and to register for those ones. I might put my hat in the ring for the Masters men. It'll be a meteoric rise to fame.
Yeah, well, why not? Give it a go.
And also there is the school holiday development clinics are ongoing. It's open to boys and girls aged 6 to 17. That one, unfortunately, I'm slightly disqualified for.
You and me both, Dave.
Goalkeeper clinics on Friday the 28th. Come and try an Olympic sport. Practice your hockey skills for the start of the junior season. These school holidays again. Go to hockeysa.com.au for more details. Welcome again back to this, the third PL Friday Live. Every goal, every save, every tackle, every PL Friday Live. This is round 5 of the Premier League competition. Next Friday will be the North East Zulus. We'll take on the Forestville Panthers. North East Zulus obviously been around already once on
they played Grange
Friday night. They played Grange Royals.
Yes, they're North East, traditionally finalists. They're a very, very, very strong club, very proud club, and Forestville will be looking. They're an up-and-coming group, so it'll be quite a good contest, I think.
First time we will have seen the Forestville Panthers on PL Fridays. We haven't seen them before, but most of them are new. So this is the PL Friday debut for Woodville.
Yep.
Who I've just noticed have the same motto. Oh no, it's very close motto to the Royal Air Force.
Is that right?
I can't tell you. Anybody who can tell me what the Woodville motto is in English, I'd be obliged. As we get ready for this second half, obviously the teams will change ends, and Grange will be playing towards the right of your screen. Woodville will be playing to the left of your screen.
I'm with you now, Dave. I was in a bit of a daze before. You mean the Latin part of the
yes,
the Woodville
sorry,
team?
yes. I notice you have a Navy hat on. Are you ex-forces yourself, or is that a family member, or?
No, I did a little bit of work for the Navy, so yep.
Obviously, with Anzac Day coming up, Anzac on
the Tuesday.
It's
yes,
Anzac on Tuesday, so
getting the family up bright and early on Tuesday morning.
Lots of dawn services. If you're watching and you're going to a dawn service, let us know where you're going to your dawn service next week. We are live. We are interactive. If you want to speak to us, you are more than welcome to ask us any questions. Obviously, Mark sat next to me is one of the coaches for the state men's side.
Yes, the Hot Shots.
So, any questions about the Hot Shots, send them through. We'll do our best to answer them for you. So we start this second half. Rhino has stayed over that side of the field. I've noticed that it seems to be. So he played on the right in the first half, and now we've changed ends, and he's staying over that side of the field. He's changed sides to the left. And
they tend to. Most of the rotations these days are sort of done in line, so it's not uncommon to play both sides of the field.
So they just come out onto this right-hand side and just look for that chaos ball into the middle, and unfortunately White couldn't trap it, and the equaliser manages to come away. Just moving out to that right-hand side. It's played that without looking really, and Edwards can come away with it. Edwards looking to find that pass. It's come off a Woodville stick, so Panna will be able to bring that in.
The evergreen Ben Edwards. So he's a very experienced campaigner.
Whittaker turns well and manages to make his way into that circle. He's going to try and look for a Grange player, or he's looking for a free. He was looking for it and he got it in the end.
A little bit unlucky, I would have thought.
I feel for Underwood there. I thought he worked very well, and they were very, very patient. You could see what he was trying to do. You could see he was looking for a short corner because there was no outlet pass there. And they have unfortunately conceded another short corner.
So we'll see what Grange do with their with the next attacking penalty corner. So they've gone to both brackets tonight. So
Woodville setting up with a
Brody on one and Daniel Penner on the other.
So White again will do the injecting. Good injection, good trap, drag flick from Penner, goal. Yes, 5. So that's as a coach, that's as you write it up, really, isn't it? Inject, trap, drag flick, goal.
That's right, yep.
It's a very, very good stop from
it was, and
Summers.
If you look at the the injection speed, so Cameron White able to send that ball out very, very quickly and straight. Didn't allow the Woodville runners much time to actually get out to the top of the circle and pressure the shot.
That's, like I said, that's pretty much how you would write it up, really.
Yeah,
it is. That's how you would want it done.
They're hard to stop.
Sunderwood just works well. He's played well on a Woodville side that's struggling somewhat tonight. He's played really, really well. Woodward, the equaliser, has put some good yards in as well.
Yep.
So Rhino with the free hit. He's gone overhead flick to that right-hand side to
Good
find
ball into
Whittaker.
space.
It's a good ball and just no trap. No trap there. Yes, you should be angry with yourself, young man.
Heard the footsteps of Michael Bosley, I think, tracking him down there.
He certainly did. And, there's some big footsteps.
From Michael, yeah,
There's a fair bit of man there.
He's a big, strong man, yep.
Sunderwood with the self pass. He's just looking to find that outlet ball. Intercepted by Summers there. Summers out to Rhino, and Rhino will go back to Edwards.
There's an opportunity for Woodville to keep the ball locked into one side.
This is where they need just a little bit more pressure. Grange will want to get out as Gleeson manages to get a touch. Just couldn't beat the outstretched stick. White with excellent control. Gets the free hit. So he just leaves that behind. He's put it in there. Oh, very, very close for Pryder. Oh, that's unlucky. That's a deflection from Underwood. That is unlucky.
Yeah, no.
But there's a lot of pointing going on. I'm not entirely sure what the pointing's for.
I think we're asking Finn to check at the other umpire.
Someone's asking for something. I'm not entirely sure. I think the goal stands.
No, it could have
So
been.
the goal stands.
No, he's gone back to a 16, so it might have been a little bit of danger to the Woodville defender in front of the net with the shot, potentially.
So that goal didn't count, so we
No.
remain at 5 now.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Forgot about the short corner.
Just having a look at that one on the replay now.
Quite
It
decent.
might have actually struck the Grange forward on the body before it went in, potentially.
We go back to the discussion we had with the girls' game 2 weeks ago, with the whereabouts on the body it hits. So we will try and get a clarification for you. They managed to get another ball as the doctor tried to bring it under control and just missed. Underwood manages to clear out of there.
Good touch, Michael Bosley.
So Bosley going a long way, and there's a short corner there.
And looks like a card.
There's a card coming. Can't see who the card's. Don't know who's going.
Might be Brody.
So Gleeson, I wonder whether that's for arguing.
No, I'm not sure. Might have been a stopping tackle there, so he's got one for the team.
That's fair enough.
So Woodville with their first attacking penalty corner for the game. So double bracket. Michael Bosley off of one. Looks like Cody Longo off the second.
Just waiting for the defenders to get dressed. Grange have gone 2-2. Double battery from Woodville. Good drag flick, good save on the blocker side. Still in there, managed to find a foot. Grange Royals' foot. So Dylan Evans has asked us to have a look at NATO's beard. I'm not sure.
Beard of Zeus.
I'm looking for anyone with a decent beard out there.
The other umpire, I think, Dave.
Ah, that is a very decent beard. I spent a long time with Nate on Friday as well. Taught me the finer points of umpiring as Grange again are in that circle and again looking for that short corner. Woodville have been very, very disciplined.
Good
There haven't
tackle
been
from
many short corners that you normally see when it gets that compact, but that's an excellent
So
break.
Cody
He's
Longo
got a runner in the middle if he
there.
can find him. He's got a. Edwards has done very, very well, forced him there. Good 3D skills, good save.
Cover there from Oscar.
That was very impressive by Cody Longo. So, certainly got into a good position. There's our beard. And someone called him a good-looking rooster. I think that's the hairdo. He's got the hairdo of a rooster as well. He's
it's all happening.
Certainly got the whole rooster vibe going.
Yep. I don't make hair jokes, tend to, Dave.
I don't.
It's like bowling half volleys to people. So.
Grange managed to clear. Well, people can't make jokes about my hair because I haven't got any. But we certainly go from the sublime to the ridiculous with our umpires. We've got Nathan, who is
very
full head of hair,
yes, exactly.
very big beard, and then
he could be the next Tom Petrovsky of hockey umpiring potentially. And up the other end here, Finn's a bit.
Finn is the complete polar opposite.
Yeah.
Clean shaven all over.
So, good receive. Woodville look to build the ball up now. That's a good ball.
They have gone
at an angle.
Gone well for the captain, and they got a free hit out of there. He's gone early. He's gone
go,
quickly.
Michael
Tomahawk.
Bosley.
Good
Ooh,
save.
Good shot.
Excellent save.
Oscar Keating. He's another guy with a good head of hair. And Oscar under that helmet.
Good turn. Grange are just. They're starting to get a little bit of pressure.
They are. Brody's back out there now, but yeah, the last couple of minutes that Grange have been playing with 10 players, Woodville have certainly had their fair share of opportunities.
Grange have the opportunity. Well, they've just taken the foot off the gas somewhat to get some more numbers in as White looks out to this right-hand side to Penner. Penner looks down the line to Gleeson, finds him. Can Gleeson find a pass?
Yes, he can. Cameron White. It's coming out.
So 16.
Yes,
it's bouncing around in there. Grange are talking to the umpire, probably more than Deadman would like. Probably more than Mark Deadman would like.
Yeah, I reckon if you're 5-0 up, you just just be a little bit quiet about that. And
I would suggest. Oh, there was a chance for advantage, and it wasn't given.
Yep,
Someone,
bit of advice from the crowd.
Someone to my left just advising him to keep his whistle down. In fairness, though, I've not umpired hockey, but I've refereed rugby, and knowing when to blow the whistle and when not to is it's an art form.
It sure is.
As Woodville managed to get another circle entry, but again, it's ineffective. They just haven't managed to find that final pass. That's excellent work from Abbott. He's now gone, and he is essentially one-on-one with the keeper. He's gone tomahawk. He tried to chip him. Keeper's done well. Stood big, stood tall. Just blocked as the doctor manages to go well. They've obviously played advantage for that hit. He goes reverse stick in there. Another good save. A really good save. The young man's played really very well.
Yep. Yeah, keepers at both ends have certainly had their moments.
As we welcome back Victor de Villiers. Victor stayed with us for 2 games last week. He is all the way from the Netherlands, watching in Holland.
Fantastic.
So another good save. Woodville are getting into positions finally. They just got to find that final ball, that killer ball, or the finish. They have a long corner though.
Very strong hockey country, the Netherlands, the Dutch. Been very successful.
Very strong hockey. I have a memory from school. We went and played. Our school went over and played hockey in Holland, and were soundly beaten in every single game we played. So Doctor looks to beat his man, and unfortunately has to turn back inside to Penner. Manages to get a deflection off the equaliser, so Penner will be able to start again from there. The overhead flick all the way across. Good interception. You'll accept that. You'll take that as an interception. Grange look to start from the back with Edwards. Edwards threads the ball through to Penner. Just reverses it to the Rhino. He looks down the line to Gleeson. Found Gleeson. We're going for another long corner to Grange. So we see Penner with the stick twirl.
Yes, the stick twirl.
A lot of stick twirling.
It's probably just trying to promote the Rattler brand there.
Grange still in that circle. Good blocker save, young man, well done. And they managed to clear. Both goalkeepers have played well. Certainly the goalie has played better than the 5-0 scoreline would suggest. Excellent turn out of trouble. He's got his outlet pass if he can find him, and they are 3 on 3. Excellent tackle though by find his name, Ryan Manser. So just move outside to Woodward, the equaliser, who looks for that.
That's a good ball in.
That's a very, very good ball in. Unfortunately, just couldn't get there. I think that's the captain who...
Yeah, Josh Kennewell just not quite making contact there, but he made good space.
Put it all on the line. Excellent control from the doctor and a good ball. So Whittaker moves that right to Gleeson. Gleeson will look to get that circle entry.
Just outside. He's
Still
done well to
going.
play on there quickly.
Still in there. Just lifted it.
Yeah.
Woodville managed to get the free hit. Good. Very good tackle there. And they can restart. So thoughts on the headband?
Look, I'm probably... yeah, I won't comment.
But it's an orange headband as well, so is there a reason,
Oh,
do we
not
think,
sure,
for
to be
the
honest.
orange
Yeah,
headband?
Don't know.
Ryan
Each
Manser.
to their own. Each
See
to
whether
their own.
it's a
If it works for
country
him.
thing. So I have no details on Ryan Manser, so... Equaliser managing to...
Probably, to be honest, I'm happier with the headband than the man bun these days.
See, I don't mind the man
struggling
bun.
with it.
The equaliser is rocking the man bun. Doing a very good job of it. If I had her, I would definitely rock. I'd go a man bun, I think.
Nemo did the hard yards, but just lost
tried
control
to
of
reverse
it.
it. We turned it into hurling there for a moment with both sticks up at eye height. As Penner will look for that long ball there. Just
I get there. Woodville defenders starting to mark from in front a little bit more, so they're making some intercepts.
a free hit to Grange. One umpire said one way, Paul Finney said the other way. Grange managed to get that circle entry. They look for that ball across. Good interception by Underwood.
Ooh.
Starting to see some heavy legs out there with 20 minutes to go.
20 minutes to go, so still enough time for Woodville to ask some questions of Grange.
Starting to see some heavy legs now, though. Wonder whether the week off is always a good thing.
Well, it can be tough as a coach sometimes to
get them back into it, get them back into that mindset, get them back into that match fitness.
Yeah.
Match fitness is always a...
routine's a good thing, so extended breaks and buys certainly can be challenging for running programs and planning things.
Well, the whole game is noticeably slower than it was at the beginning of the game. Again, it's a very still night. It's not very humid, but it's very, very still.
No, they're fantastic conditions to play in. So Woodville working their press a little bit more effectively now and just pinning Grange into a side, so they've not been able to laterally transfer the ball. As I've just said that, there's one. Oh.
There's a free hit to Grange just outside the circle. So that's Harry Pryder, the young man who was trying to make that circle entry, a 16-year-old. You would expect him to run all night.
Yeah.
Another interception. And another interception. It's catching. Excellent
Here
trap.
we go.
The 2-on-2. If he can find a good ball, he's going to reverse that now. He's
use his
just
speed and
about
get to the
got him.
top
If he
there,
can
yeah.
get there. Good trap.
Bosley.
Good save.
Covered again, Oscar.
Really well saved. That's excellent turn. He's turned him inside out. He deserves something.
He got him. Yeah,
Yes, he
has.
did.
Yep.
He deserved something
He
out
did,
of that,
he
in
did,
fairness.
yep. So Longo and Bosley combining quite well there. So they're still very dangerous on the counter-attack, Woodville. So
somebody suggesting that Underwood's nickname is No Legs.
No Legs,
and has a tackling method known as Wombat Mode. Is that PG? Do we know what that means? Can we explain that any further?
Gets down low, I don't know. But yeah.
No idea.
So Liam Smythe to inject this one.
The things I know about wombats I can't say on this.
Same as koalas, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yes. And pandas.
Something about eating and, yeah.
So 3-1 on the defensive line. Woodville will look for this. They do deserve a goal, you have to be honest. They've gone...
Quite get the injection out.
Unfortunately, you can see the idea. They'll keep that in. They will keep that in, and they can build again and look for another circle entry. So just outside, another free hit.
Here's an opportunity.
There's the opportunity there. It's still there. It's still there if they want it. Good save. It's still bouncing around. Just couldn't finish.
Had a few bites of the cherry there.
They certainly did. There wasn't much cherry left at the end of it.
No.
They certainly had a good go at it. That's unlucky. You do get the feeling that Josh Cannowell is still working. He just doesn't seem to have the players around him.
Yeah, he's made good position. There's no doubt about that in the circle. So Woodville, their spacing in the circle, their strikers is quite good. So
Edwards slowing it down a little bit now. Self pass, good find, and the doctor manages to. The trap got away from him, but he managed to make something out of it. Grange Royals will have their ball just outside the 23, just outside the Woodville 23. So we move out onto that right-hand side. Good patience out there. He needs an outlet if he can find one. Good work, but unfortunately Summers was in the right place at the right time. Another good tackle. Grange can keep that pressure on. Damon Victory. Any relation?
Yeah, hopefully he's being polite. So
he says we want jig.
Yes, that's my eldest boy. He's probably wanting to see his uncle get out there and have a run around rather than bark instructions from the sideline.
So Grange have managed another circle entry with Gleeson. He's going to look for that player. He's found him. It's Pritter.
Well, that's a good tackle there.
It's a really good tackle. He's still going in there.
Well done.
Well done. They managed to get out. They managed to get that release, and unfortunately, they can't get any further than that. And that's Summers again with the intercept. Oh, just too far for him, unfortunately. You see the idea? Grange have been very, very good defensively as well as...
Yeah, they have been. They've managed to organise themselves quite well.
Overhead flick down that right-hand side. White brings it out of the air as if he was plucking a feather.
Yep.
Out of the air. Very, very good skills wherever he is, wherever the ball is. Good tackle though, and Woodville can rebuild.
He had a very good AHL last year, Cameron White. As Will Abbott.
Grange managed to work across.
Well done. It was a great save in the end, I think.
Is. I'm not sure whether it's a save or not. I got seeing a signal from the umpire.
Oh, you must have.
Panna going horizontal.
Yeah.
Splash down at the far post.
16, so obviously
didn't give the goalkeeper credit for that.
No.
We'll give it him.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll give him the credit for the save. Certainly, if you've got Panna bearing down on you at a rate of knots, you need to be brave and stand big in them shoes.
Sure do.
It's a good tackle by Abbott, and he's managed to make his way into that circle. He's got his runner on the back post. Panna again. Deflection. Good deflection. It's come across. That'll be a long corner. Good save again.
He had a very good AHL last year, Cameron White, so look forward to seeing him do some damage this year again.
He certainly looked mercurial when he's had the ball. And the doctor arguing with the policeman. There's only ever one winner in that circumstance.
That's right.
Sounds like the start of a joke. What did the doctor say to the
I
policeman?
don't know. Hopefully they didn't walk into a bar together. So.
The doctor, the policeman, and the accountant will be all set. He went early.
Searching ball there from Brody.
Doctor wasn't on the same page as Gleeson there. So go down, and as we can just see to the right behind the goals, the Grange Royals ladies are starting to warm up.
Yep.
They're obviously on after this. Grange Royals versus Woodville. The ladies' game will be after this one. Gleeson again, just with that little reverse stick. Woodville will look to try and work towards that consolation goal with just over 10 minutes to go. They do deserve a goal. You have to say they deserve a goal.
I think so. They've had enough circle injuries for sure.
Just unfortunately haven't been able to get that last.
Get one past to Oscar Keating. He's kept very well.
Josh Cannowell on the screen there. He worked hard through this. Played in the Seat Games, and if memory serves, they finished 4th.
Okay.
Which wasn't too bad, but Grange again with another circle entry. That's a calm reverse stick, but we have another short corner. I think for the stick tackle.
Well, yeah, unfortunately it's just popped up and hit Daniel Adey on the body, I think. But I think the Woodville guys were looking for a free hit before that.
We will go 3-on-1. So the young man Harry Pryder, the 16-year-old, is sporting some very noticeable shoes.
Yeah.
If you want to get noticed by a state selector,
That's
you've
right,
got
to wear the bright boots, don't you?
Wear your bright shoes, make sure you stand out.
A bit of pressure on yourself. You want to have a good game if you're wearing bright shoes. He's been good tonight, though.
So again, White with the injection. Just missed the trap, managed to go on the other side. Tomahawk. But 16 because it's a hit, so it has to go and hit the board.
You're right.
So there was no deflection, so out we go. Overhead flick to the crowd.
Ripped that on the main North Road, I think.
Obviously border playing. He wants a little bit of a rest. Just get rid of that ball. We don't want that one anymore. So Michael Bevan is letting us know that Port Adelaide Power are up by 23.
Thanks, Bevo.
As Will Abbott starts to make that circle entry, just looked to pull back to the doctor, Broughton, and just couldn't get there. And we'll have another go. He's turned it over, unfortunately, as Whittaker starts to work down that right-hand side. He finds Abbott on the baseline, who's been dangerous on that baseline.
He sure has.
He's certainly been dangerous there as well. Caused a lot of problems for Woodville down there. Cannowell, mortal singer in across, Tomahawk.
Another good save. Well covered by the...
Yeah, I was going to say, just checking the umpire signal, but yeah, it was a great save. Hannah's got to be disappointed one-on-one not to hit the target. And Abbott just couldn't keep it in. Again they go as Brody moves it out left to Panner, and Panner's back on that Tomahawk. Well, he's given it off the post.
Hit the post.
Says it's hit the post. It sounded like board to me, and Panner's not really arguing. So
bounced back at an odd angle, hasn't it?
It certainly did. Let's see whether we can get a replay. There's another free hit, and we'll certainly have a look and see whether we can find something. Whittaker just looks for that circle entry, and then it's just gone around.
Across the face.
I think a good benchmark on whether that went in or not would be Penner. I think if Penner thinks he scored it,
yeah, he'd be
probably would have seen.
Yep.
Probably would have seen more than we did.
A bit more remonstration. It's a good one-layer overhead from Joseph Haig.
It's been a little bit too easy for Grange, though, unfortunately. The attacking options for Woodville just haven't been there. The outlet options that that Grange have just haven't been there. I suppose when you've got players as dangerous as Abbott and White making those circle entries, and Whitaker and Gleeson have also been quite good as they've made their way into those circles. It's an interesting ball out to Liam Rippon. Just couldn't get the trap on it.
Ball right in the pocket, so I'm sure Grange will look to set up an aggressive press and try and turn the ball over in the 25 here.
I can see where he gets no legs from. So Underwood tries to look out, and it's been intercepted by Panner. Good strong interception by the Woodville player though, and Cannowell will look to release onto that right hand side, which he does. They are managing to make this a 3-on-2. Unfortunately, he's just gone behind him and Panner can clean up. Panner's under a bit of pressure, got the voice though, so managed to just turn around. As Pritter, the young 16-year-old, is going to chance his legs against the big fella. Good tackle though. Pritter's managed to keep going. He's done well there if he comes up with this. He managed to find that circle entry as Gleeson manages to turn. Got to find the finish. Doesn't find the finish. Great save. As the equaliser chases out, keeps it in, and gets a free hit for his effort.
Yep.
So he's done quite well there, Woodward.
He can play a little bit, Nathaniel Woodward.
Certainly can. We just talk about that as Rippon manages to get that circle entry. Just has a little bit of a Brody trying to find that reverse pass and didn't manage to find his way through to Gleeson. As Woodward goes down this left-hand side, it's a good release, and Cannowell's working to that right-hand side. I don't know whether he can find him. And again, just that final pass from Woodville. Woodville aren't a million miles away. The scoreline of 5-0 is...
It's a little bit flattering for Grange. They've had...
Certainly is.
Oscar Keating's kept quite well, but certainly Woodville have had a number of opportunities to get on the scoreboard. So lots of good signs from those guys.
Whitaker's going to look to release onto that right-hand side, and unfortunately, well, fortunately for Woodville, the ball was just cut out. As White starts to move down into that byline area. Excellent 3D skills. There's a trip there. And I think he's given a free. I'm not sure whether he's given a... What he's given. Must be a long corner. Spanner's going to move out to that. Well, that was interesting. Short corner there because it's come off a foot. Umpires working really well together there. I don't think Finney knew exactly what had happened on the way through, and Nathan's
had
just
a little bit of help from the
giving him his hand.
The wonderful beard up the other end.
Wonderful disguise on that by Daniel Panner, right?
Yeah, no, he's
I assumed he was going to the left-hand side. I think everyone thought he was going on to the left-hand side, and he's just gone the slider.
Disguises it very well, he does.
Disguised it absolutely fantastically. So we'll go to another short corner. Again, Cameron White will come in.
So we'll just have a look at the injection speed here again, Dave, as a bit of a feature and a highlight for those people watching at home.
And wonderfully quick, and another good drag flick. There is a deflection there. It's bouncing around in front of the goalkeeper.
Coming out, I would have thought.
Everybody stopped. Everybody stopped. Bar the umpire, I think. The umpire was enjoying the game and wanted it to go on.
Allowing a little bit of advantage.
Again, just that outlet pass, that release pass isn't going to a stick. Unfortunately, the Woodville players, as we enter the last 5 minutes, the chase has almost gone out of them.
Yeah.
Edwards is going to look to spread it. There was the danger of an intercept there, but it's not there as the Rhino calls for it and just moves down that right-hand side. Free hit to Woodville. Panner's probably going to take his time on that. He's in no great rush.
Probably go the aerial route. No.
So he moves back to Edwards. Has a little bit of trouble with the trap. Nearly intercepted, but then will manage to come away. There's Longo. He's got the 3-on-2. He's got players in the middle. Just again, just the final.
Yeah, it's just that.
Well, your brother does have quite a luscious head of hair. I'm assuming that most of it's going to be pulled out by the end of the tonight, because it's been frustrating for him.
Probably has, but there's a lot of good signs. I mean, the guys are getting to good positions, so he'd be quite pleased from that perspective, I think. Some of their pressing's also been quite effective.
Very good tackle by White, and just turns away and has the time and the space to just play that ball into the middle to Whitaker. Manages to find Rippon, who manages to find Abbott, and again another good save.
Yep.
Came out well, made himself big, cut down the angle.
He's had a very, very good second half.
And very lucky with a deflected pass through to Rippon, but the second pass was very, very good. Excellent control by young Will. Just couldn't finish it. So we reached the final minutes of this. Any thoughts on who's been the best player for either side? Who's been the best on field?
Geez, Grange have had a number of good players. I mean,
sorry to interrupt you as White just turns people inside out. If he can find a shot on goal. And then short corner.
Probably, Grange's more senior players they've certainly had good games. So Daniel Penner, Cameron White's been very good. Will Abbott's impressed me. Brody Gleason's had a good game. Another penalty corner for Grange.
Yeah, in the last 2 minutes, penalty corner for Grange. Another chance to see that the injection from Cameron White. Trappers worked very, very well with him.
Yep.
The ball must be coming at a rate of knots. Can't be scared of it. Good trap, drag flick, goal.
Yep.
Just unsighted by the keeper, but there we go again. Same thing, injection, trap, drag flick, goal.
Yeah.
Just trying to see who the trapper is. The trapper is Matt Broughton, the doctor.
Or the doctor, as we now know him.
You got to live up to, because Valentino Rossi, the motorbike rider, famously has the nickname the doctor, so you've got to live up to him.
Yep.
It's a lot to live up to. It's big shoes to fill.
I didn't mention earlier, but the ground actually looks fantastic tonight, doesn't it? So it looks like it's had a sweep. It's playing quite well.
It is. It had a lot of water on it, and had a lot of water put on it before we started tonight. So excellent conditions for these guys. We talk about the advantages of PL Fridays. It's the ability to play on this wonderful service.
It's tremendous. So with the full lighting on, it's
the international lighting on, and like you said, the pitch has been swept. It's about as good as it can get today.
Yep. Certainly generating a lot of interest around the competition and the clubs that get the opportunity to play.
They certainly have played well, and on the Woodville side, Underwood has played very well, and the goalkeeper Baronio has played extremely well.
He has.
As has Oscar Keating. He's clean sheet for the young man, so he'll be pleased with that.
He's had a little bit of work to do, so
he has had work to do. So it's not as if he hasn't had anything to do, and that's the end of the game. And that is Grange Royals Seagulls 6, Woodville Woodpeckers 0. Wonderful game of hockey, some good performances on both sides, both impressing the state coach to my right. Certainly will be writing down a few names in his hat.
No, lots to like.
But don't go anywhere. If you stay with us on the Hockey SA Facebook page, the ladies game will be up very, very shortly. Grange Royals Sea Eagles versus the Woodville Woodpeckers. So make sure you stick around and join us for that one as well.
Yep.
We will speak to you very, very shortly. Absolutely wonderful to have you with us, and we will speak to you again shortly.
Great, thank you.